Hippos and crocodiles may share the same rivers and lakes, but don't be fooled. This isn't a peaceful coexistence. Their encounters in the wild are anything but friendly. When these two titans clash, it's raw, brutal, and impossible to look away. Like this crocodile that casually drifts into a pod of hippos and is met with instant, violent fury, or a young hippo calf caught in the crossfire of a deadly encounter. Honestly, these are not your average wildlife moments. Get ready for a countdown of some of the most intense and unforgettable showdowns. These are the times when hippos took on crocs and made it clear who really rules the rivers. So let's get started right away. Number 10. Hippo picks the wrong fight. Rarely do we see a hippo cross paths with a rhino in the wild, and for good reason. These giants usually keep their distance. But in this rare encounter, one bold hippo decides to push its luck. At first, the rhino stays calm, unfazed by the hippo's antics. But the hippo won't let up. It circles, provokes, and does everything it can to drag the rhino into a showdown. It's a high-stakes stare-down between two of Africa's heaviest hitters. Then, without warning, the rhino makes its move. With one explosive charge, it reminds the hippo exactly who it's messing with. The message is loud and clear. Don't mess with a rhino's peace. The stunned hippo scrambles for safety, retreating in a hurry as the rhino charges right on its heels. Sometimes all it takes is one move to end the fight before it starts. Number 9. Hippo ambushes lions crossing its territory. 3 lions wade into a river, unaware they've just stepped into serious danger. What looked like a routine crossing quickly turns into a heart-pounding ambush. Unbeknownst to them, they've entered the territory of one of the most territorial animals in Africa, the hippo. And this hippo wasn't in the mood for visitors. Out of nowhere, it charges through the water with explosive power, locking eyes on the intruders. Zero hesitation. The lions scramble, but the hippo zeroes in on one. With jaws wide and fury unleashed, it gives chase, tearing through the river in a dramatic pursuit. The targeted lion paddles for its life, barely reaching the safety of the far bank, soaked, shaken, but alive. The hippo, still fuming, is left alone in the water, its message loud and clear. This river belongs to me. Number 8. Crocodiles mess with the wrong hippo. These hungry crocs spotted a lifeless body of a hippo calf, and they thought they had found an easy evening meal. As the lifeless body of the calf floats around the water, the crocodiles position themselves ready for what appears to be a great feast. And sure enough, a moment later, we get to see the crocs circling the lifeless calf and eventually beginning to feast on the calf remains. But this was their worst mistake. A mother hippo, watching from a distance, could not allow this cruel act to happen in her presence. In split second, the mother hippo swings into action, and it's not business as usual. It tries to fend off the crocs, making several noise. But this is not enough to intimidate the crocodiles. However, it's the hippo's noise that eventually worked the magic. It attracts a pod of hippos, and with just the sight of the herd of hippos, the crocs get intimidated and they retreat quickly. But this stupid croc was not smart enough to escape just in time, and he's cornered by the pod of hippos. See how it paid the price? In the most brutal way. Number 7. Hippo rescues a wildebeest from croc. A group of wildebeest was crossing a dam to graze on the opposite side at Kruger National Park, South Africa. The mission was successful save for one unfortunate wildebeest which found itself cornered by a merciless crocodile. As the wildebeest was just about to jump off the waters, the crocodile is seen clamping onto the wildebeest's hind legs and dragging him down into the waters, ready for an easy meal. But not today, Mr. Croc. A pair of courageous hippos from around swiftly come to the rescue. It's amazing how the hippos worked in coordination to fend off the crocodile, saving the poor wildebeest from the jaws of a killer croc. Number 6. Hippo defends wildebeest from group of crocs. In another related footage, we see a herd of hippos defending a wildebeest from a group of hungry crocs. In the footage, an overpowered wildebeest is at the mercy of hungry crocs. The crocs are fighting for a piece of the wildebeest, and it appears the wildebeest is losing it. Despite its efforts to escape from the attack, the wildebeest is completely overwhelmed. But just when it's almost giving in, a group of hippos quickly shows up to save the day. The hippos charge in at the crocs, forcing them to release the wildebeest. See how carefully the hippos guide the freed but limping wildebeest out of the water to a safer spot. Hopefully, no predator will target this injured wildebeest. Number 5. Young hippo plays with a croc. Sometimes it's not always about battles. When full, a crocodile and a hippo can happily coexist in the wild, and that's exactly what you get to see in this footage captured in a watering hole in Hwange National Park in Zimbabwe. In the video, we can see a playful young hippo trying to pursue a peaceful crocodile. And even though the croc is not in the mood to play, the little hippo provokes it into what ends up a merry moment as the two chase each other around the water pool. Well, this little hippo deserves respect for advancing friendship in a habitat where enmity is always the order of the day. Number 4. Giant croc eats hippo calf. In the wild, young ones of a hippo are trained to have a sharp instinct against lurking predators. But some calves end up missing this important lesson, and they pay for it the hard way. Like in this footage, which shows a hippo calf in the water surrounded by a hungry park of lions, ready to dive in and get a snack. But the danger doesn't stop there. In the water is a massive croc, which is also searching for an easy meal. You could expect the calf to escape to a safer spot, but it stayed put oblivion of the danger ahead. Without notice, the croc clamps its massive jaws onto the hippo's head and the battle begins. The poor hippo tries to fight for its life, but there is little it can do to escape. It should have known better and kept off the enemy. Number 3. Hippo attack a stranded lion. On land, the lion rules, but when in the water, it's a different ball game altogether. This lion probably was crossing this Crocodile River in Kruger National Park when it got stranded on a rock in the middle of the river. A herd of agitated hippos were not ready to tolerate this uninvited guest. Immediately, they begin taking position, circling the rock as if ready to devour the lion whole. Suddenly, a huge hippo decided to face the lion, attacking it right on the rock. The helpless lion has no other choice but to jump off the rock into the water for safety. We can see it struggling to swim to safer ground. But it's not clear if it managed to swim safely to the shore, considering just how dangerous this river appears. Well, the lion must have learned a big lesson never to wander into wrong territory. Number 2. Courageous hippo displace crocs for sunbathe. In the wild, it's always survival for the fittest. And nothing better describes that other than this footage taken in Serengeti. As you can see, this pod of hippos wanted to bask on a nearby beach, but it appears the entire beach is overrun by crocodiles enjoying the warm sun rays, and the crocs were not ready to let go, not even sharing a space with the hippos. The hippos are scared and not sure what to do to get a space on the bank, but it just takes one courageous mother hippo to get the whole job done. See how this mother hippo works single-handedly to wade off the crocs one after the other. In split seconds, and the hippo is able to clear the entire beach off the crocs, eventually creating a space for the herd of hippos and her young one. Number 1. Massive croc dares a hippo. A hippo's massive build is usually intimidating to crocodiles, and most of them run for safety on a mere encounter with a hippo. But this huge croc was not ready to back down. Perhaps it wanted to test its strength against the hippo. As the hippo approached the beach, the croc is unmoved and appears in full control of the beach. But the hippo, known for its dominance, decides to intimidate the croc out of the beach, and it works. A single growl and a wide open jaw, ready to devour the croc, was enough to send the croc running for its dear life. Well, it's interesting how these two animals live in harmony most of the time. Probably the croc knows the hippo can kill it, and the hippo knows it's not worth the injury. So there you have it, guys. Look what happened when this hippo attacked a crocodile. And as you've seen, crocodiles may intimidate the water in stealth, but hippos immediately reclaim it with raw force. Which moment excited you? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more intriguing stories like these. As always, I'll see you in the next one.